Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris with Devil in the Detail. So I know it's been a few weeks I've made any videos, and it's actually been a couple weeks I've really been detailing. I've had, of course, a lot of allergies really bad. You know, the pollen is horrible right now. But on top of my allergies, I actually have bronchitis for about 2 weeks. So I've been having a lot of problems breathing and just, having to be around all these chemicals and, all the hard physical labor. I work a full-time job during the day at a factory, then I come home and detail in the afternoon. So, both those together, just really wasn't good on my lungs. So I've had to get all this crud out before I could do anything. And I've been feeling quite a bit better this week. So yesterday, finally, I washed my own truck. It's been about a month since I've cleaned it. So I cleaned my own truck really good, and then I've been working on my interior a little bit today. So I thought this would be a good time to do a video on doing door jambs. I know I've noticed detailing a lot. This is something that people don't really ever touch, even when they wash their own cars or do their own interiors. Door jambs is something people tend to skip a lot of times. So I'm going to do a quick video on the way I personally do door jambs. I know there's a lot of ways to do it. You can do it with steam, you can do it with water, but me personally, this right here is all I use for door jambs. So I'm going to do a quick video on door jambs real quick, and I'm just going to let it go with that. So I'm going to bring you guys in, let you check it out, and let you see my process. Alright guys, so I'm going to start right here with the front driver's side door jamb. I'm going to try to bring you in close as I can, let you check it out. It's kind of hard with the phone on the stand here, but I'll try to bring you in here and let's check this door jamb out. So as you can see, it's not just terrible. There's of course all the normal dust and grime and stuff like that built up in here, and then over here on the outside of the jamb, you got all this dust and stuff that builds up, right in here, and all this, all the normal stuff. So I'm gonna start with the one right in here, the inner jamb here, that's got the hinge and all, it's got the wires ran through right here and all that stuff. So I'm gonna try my best to stay out of the way of the camera while I'm doing this. But so like I said, there's different ways to do it. You can do it with steam, you can do it, clean out and spray water. You can spray water in here. It's not gonna hurt anything. I wouldn't suggest using a pressure washer. I would use just a water hose and like shower setting. Just enough to rinse this out. I don't personally do that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not me personally, because most time when I'm doing interiors, I'm doing it inside the garage and I don't have a drain in my garage. So when I do door jambs, 99% of the time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an all-purpose cleaner, usually something like Chemical Guys Nonsense. I really like this one. As you can see, there's no color. It's really clear. It's odorless. This works really good. I buy this stuff by the gallon and it is awesome. So you can use this full strength or you can dilute it. The most I've ever really diluted it for anything is about 10-1. But I mean, buying it in a gallon, I'm not really worried about, wasting a bunch of it or anything. So most time what I do is I keep a bottle diluted 5-1 and I keep a bottle that's full strength. So most time I'm going to use it 5-1. If I'm going to have something really heavy, I'll use the full strength, but usually this right here is what I use. So I'm going to use Chemical Guys Nonsense diluted 5-1. I'm going to use the very basic boar's hair brush. Again, this is actually one from Chemical Guys, but all kinds of people make these. This is one of the very basics. It's got a wood handle. It's pretty cheap. It came in a pack of like 6, various sizes. And then just very simple, basic microfiber towel. Nothing special about it. This is one that came from Sam's. So I'm just going to use, it's got a long nap and a short nap side. I'm going to use the short nap side. So basically all I'm going to do, I've got my sprayer set on kind of between a stream and a mist. It's more of a stream, but it's going to spray out and kind of expand as it sprays. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to spray everything down, get it pretty good and wet. I'm going to spray some on my brush and I'm going to go in there, agitate everything, and I'm just going to take my towel, I'm going to wipe it out. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spray everything down. And you see all these hinges back in here, if you can really see them very well. This is where all the dust likes to really build up, is on these hinges. So you want to make sure you get quite a bit on those. And then across the rubber wire loom here, and then all the way down to the bottom. So I'm gonna spray that in there, and then I'm gonna take my brush here, and I'm just gonna spray a few little sprays on my brush to make sure it gets in there really good. And then I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna agitate everything out. So I'm gonna start here at the top, and I'm just gonna agitate all of it. All the way around this hinge here, go inside the door. And get down the wire loom and make sure I get up between all those little ridges, because that's where all that dust and all that crud's gonna try to hide at. So that's why you can use a toothbrush for something like this, but that's why I like these brushes. They have a little bit, you see the hairs on them are kind of long, so for stuff like this, you know, that the wire loom, the holes are about that deep in it, so this brush really lets you get in there, you know, get in there and agitate it out. So I'm gonna make sure I get all in that, all the way around it. Get the rest of the door down here, the rest inside of the jamb, and get this last hinge down here. And if you ever need to, it's always fine to use, you know, a little bit more product if it starts to dry on you. Get around that last jamb there. Get all the way down to the bottom of the door. And so now that all of this is good agitated, I'm gonna bring you guys in here, let you kind of check it out. You can see, and this stuff right here, this is something that's got hard on this truck. That's not really coming off really well. I'll work on that with something a little bit later. So, as you can see, everything agitated, it's all foamed up. So, I'm gonna come back in now, and so this is where you can, you could just take a water hose and start at the top and spray it out, but spray it out, you're still gonna have to wipe it out to dry it anyway. So, I'm just gonna skip the water. I'm just gonna wipe it out with a towel and just make it one step, be done with it. So, just go through. Basically, you're just wiping up everything you just agitated. So once I've got it all wiped up with one side of my towel, I'm gonna take it and flip it and just wipe it back out again really quick. Make sure anything I've missed or anything that's kind of smeared from this towel getting so full. I'm gonna bring it back in, just kind of wipe it back out again really quick one more time here. All right, now I think that's pretty much got it. So you can see the difference here in this jam. Just wiping it out that quick, and normally, you know, it wouldn't take this long. You know, this is just me trying to explain in the video. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna move to the outside of this door here. I'm gonna get you guys set up pretty good here. I'm gonna get the outside of this door. And so the outside's always easier. You know, you don't have to worry about all the hinges and, you know, all this other stuff fighting you the whole time. You know, the outside's pretty, you know, just pretty cut and dry. You know, it's pretty, most time these are going to be pretty smooth. Might be a couple of ridges down here at the bottom. Mine has a couple of small ones, nothing much at all. So what I'm going to do, since this on my towel is absolutely nasty, I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to get a good clean side. So this side out here, super simple. And on this one, all I'm going to do, I'm going to spray it down here with nonsense. And I could go back in with my brush and get around all these little things, get around the door latch, you know, get around all this like this. And that's one thing about a lot of detailers, you know, they say, oh, well, if you don't agitate all this stuff, you're not really cleaning. You're a hack. You're not a good detailer. And in some cases, I'll agree with that. Like, with all the interior, with all the texture, plastic and stuff, I'm gonna, go in there with a brush of some kind, and I'm gonna swirl it, I'm gonna agitate it, and clean everything out. But with something like this, that's so smooth, and there's not an agitation that's needed, there's no point, and you're really just wasting time. So, with something like this, being as smooth as it is, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray it down with my cleaner. I'm gonna start at the top, and I'm just gonna wipe it out. I mean, there's really no point in having to agitate every little thing when it's not needed. So I'm gonna go through here, and I'm just gonna wipe everything out. Just very basic. No point in making anything harder than it needs to be. Look at that, it wipes everything right out of it. So I'm gonna take my towel, flip it over, get a clean side. Go back over it again. Just kind of wipe out any little smears or anything I made. And check that out. Looks like a brand new door. There's a big thing with detailing. People say, oh, if you don't do this way, you're a hack. If you don't do this way, you're a hack. If you don't do something, if you don't use this product, if you don't use this brush, if you don't use this machine, there's a lot of things with detailing. You can simplify things to make it work better for you. And yeah, if I had a steamer, this would be a lot simpler than I do now. I could have steamed that whole door panel or the whole door jamb, steamed it really good, wiped it out, been done with it. But I don't have a steamer, and this is a simpler way to do it. And if I did have a steamer, I'd be all for using it, because the big thing with detailing is you work smarter, not harder. There's no point in me going in here and swirling and agitating all this stuff when there's nothing here to agitate. It's just a smooth panel. It's a smooth painted panel. So there's no point in working myself harder and taking extra time to do this when I don't need to. So that's one big thing with detailing. People always tell you, that you need to do certain things, you need to do things a certain way, or use a certain chemical, use a certain product, use a certain machine. You don't always have to do what the internet detailers want you to do. So the last thing I'm gonna bring you guys in here to do is this inner door jamb here, at least the back door. Most of the time, this one is one of the worst ones. The easiest way to get to this one is go ahead and open this back door here. That way you've got full access. That way you've got full access to all the way to the top up here, and then you've got access all the way down here, because this door closed, there's blocks off some area you can't really get to here. So when you open this back door up, you can get all the way through, and you get all the way into these hinges. You can get into all of this. So I'm trying to find a good spot to set you guys up here. The top, there's not really much on, so I'm gonna bring you guys down. Here, let me turn you guys down here a little bit. Let's see. Let's try about right there. Okay. Oh, too far. Okay. Let's try right here. Okay, there we go. All right, so as you can see, this jamb is kind of rough. So basically I'm gonna do just like I did the front one. I'm gonna take my nonsense. I'm gonna start at the top. Like I said, there's not really much at the top. It wasn't no point in showing it much. So I'm just gonna take my nonsense. I'm gonna spray it on everything. Spray it on these hinges, all this. Then I'm gonna take my brush. I'm gonna put a little bit of nonsense in it. Then I'm gonna go through here. In this case, I am gonna agitate, because you have these latches, you got hinges, you got all this other stuff right here to agitate. So in this case, I will use a brush just like I did in the front one. So I'm gonna get all the way around this latch here. I'm definitely gonna get this hinge right here, because this is where all this dust likes to collect at. So make sure I get all this hinge, come down, get this lower hinge, and then while I've already got my brush out, I'm gonna go ahead and just get all this down here. And you can see all this crap running off here, off this door. So I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna wipe it off, and I'm gonna wipe as I come down. So start at the top, wipe it down. Then as I come back down, I'm gonna do just like I did with the rest of them. So I'm gonna wipe it all out here. Make sure you get all the way behind this latch. Get all this hinge. Come down, get this lower hinge here. And I'm gonna get as much as I can from this front side, and then I'm gonna leave the door open, and I'm gonna come around and get it from the other side too. That way I make sure I get full reach of doing around this door jamb here. I'm gonna flip my towel, wipe it again. Try to get back all the way back in behind this latch here. I think I missed a little part of it the first time there. All right, so there you go. You can see the obvious difference here. And so of course I'm still gotta get in from the inside back over here, but you can see the difference obviously, and how this door jamb looked for and how it looks now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set you guys up on the back door. I'm going to set you guys up looking in from the back door, and I'm going to restart the video on a time lapse, and I'm going to do this whole back door from the inside. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock out the other side real quick on a time lapse, and then I'll talk to you guys in a minute when I get done with it. All right, guys, so I'm done with the jams, and I cleaned the jams so well, I even cleaned myself. No, actually, I got done with the jams and everything. I got done with the other side, and I finished my floor mats and everything. I went ahead and went inside, took a shower, and I realized, oh, I never made it into my video. So I will come back out here real quick and just kind of show you the after of everything. So you guys saw this front jam here after I got done with it. And then you saw the outside of this door here. So on the time lapse, so I worked on this back door, and I did this area first, this back side of it, and then I did outside of the door, and then I did the in-between from the inside view of this jam here. So all that one done, and then after I got done with that one, I came around and I got all the passenger side jams. So got them all done, got them dialed in. Floor mats looking all fresh and brand new here. Got this jam all done. Got the inside of this one all done. And then got the other side here, and then got this back one. So you can see did the exact same, with the exact same method on this side as the other side. The only difference, I went back to front on this one, which doesn't make a difference at all. So, but as you can see, the way I always do jams is I'll spray my cleaner in, take a brush, agitate around anything that needs to be agitated around, like hinges, wire loom, anything like that, door latches. The outside of the doors, I rarely use a brush on. There's really no point in it. I can say you're necessarily wasting time, but it doesn't really make any difference. If it's clean, it's clean. So, but that's why I do jams. I'll make another video sometime of me doing the interior on either my truck or on a customer's vehicle sometime. But I just want to make this video real quick, since I ain't made one in a few weeks. So make sure if you like the video, you hit the like button. Make sure you comment below if you have any comment suggestions, anything like that. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be sure to make sure I'm posting more videos. So I'll catch you on the next one.